Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. Today we're just going to analyze Marcus Rashford because obviously games coming thick and fast and we still, life moves on after Liverpool. Life does move on and unfortunately for United fans there is still a few games to play to see out the season. Even though we all wish that we didn't have to watch United till next season, I think we all just proper tired with Manchester United and it doesn't get any easier. So obviously preview out tomorrow. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Marcus Rashford's performance against Liverpool, and I think about the Roy Keane quote. Roy Keane basically said Marcus Rashford plays like a child up front yesterday. And I've never been a big fan of Rashford, and a few long-time viewers would know that. I've always criticized Rashford very hardly. I always thought he did have potential. That's why I was always hard on Rashford. But over time, he's starting to show that actually, even the potential I thought he could have, and I thought, being hard on Rashford would maybe light something inside of him. Doesn't. He just fades away, blames himself, he looks sad, he doesn't look up for it. And this is a Man United Academy lad from the youth team straight into the first team. He does well for a season, and you just think against a game like Liverpool, maybe you don't like Ralph for whatever reason, but as a Manchester United fan and boy, you'd think that you'd put 110% in a game against Liverpool, and Marcus Rashford yesterday didn't look like he could be asked, and I don't think Rashford does, or I don't think Rashford can be asked, and there's no injuries holding Rashford back, so I don't know what's going on. I personally think Rashford should leave the club for the benefit of Manchester United, because at the moment he doesn't offer us anything. He's one of the worst players on the pitch, and that says a lot, because Harry Maguire is there, and Harry Maguire is probably the worst player on the pitch at the moment, but he's part of all those names, and you'd think that Rashford wouldn't be, but he is. And like I said, even I think the most hardcore Rashford fans these days, they're waking up to the fact of Marcus Rashford not performing, and this isn't something new for me at least. It hasn't been something new. I think somebody said something like Rashford hasn't scored a league goal or a goal while starting a Premier League game it's going to be close to a year now, since starting a game for Manchester United. That is very scary. But let's look at the stats against Liverpool. He played the full 90 minutes. Oh God, SofaScore gave him a 6.1. We all know how I feel about SofaScore, but we move anyways, innit? 6.1. That's very generous. 0 goals, 0 assists, fantastic. And he did have chances. Let's not forget, Marcus Rashford had chances, but his first touch was off a trampoline, and his work ethic was off nothing. It was non-existent. 0 shots at target, brilliant. 0 shots off target, brilliant. We don't want Rashford to be hitting people in Rose now, do we? No, we don't. Shots blocked, well, 0. Dribbles, 0. 0 attempted dribbles from Marcus Rashford. Amazing. That is, I don't even know, I'm lost for words. Usually you think, what's Rashford good at? Getting the ball, beating one man, and then doing nothing. You can't even do that anymore. It's fantastic. 26 touches of the ball in 90 minutes of football against Liverpool, our biggest rivals. 11 out of 15 accurate passes, 73%. 0 key passes, 0 crosses, 0 long balls. He was playing up front, so I really wouldn't want him to do that. Ground duels 1 out of 6. Aerial duels 0 out of 2. Lost the ball 12 times. Got fouled once. No, he fouled once. Sorry, he was fouled 0 times. Offside twice. It's probably a record for Rashford. Fair play to Rashford, he didn't get the ball that much, but to be only offside twice for Rashford, that must be a record for you, Rashford. I can at least count maybe 5 times offside a game. New record, well done, friend. Clearances 0, block shots 0, interceptions 0, those are all defensive things not to worry. Tackles 1, dribbles passed once. What's scary though is that heat map. That's what's scary. I look at that heat map and we just question, did Marcus Rashford even play against Liverpool? Did he actually play against Liverpool? The academy lad, the player who loves Manchester United supposedly. He loves Manchester United. He would never leave Manchester United. He'd give everything to this club. Put in a performance like that against our biggest rivals. I'm lost for words, and I think that performance tells me enough of what I need to know about Marcus Rashford. And I hated to be right about this. I really do hate to be right. But I wish Rashford could just shut me up. He could perform consistent basis, do exceptional things, live up to what the potential and the hype was. But I think at the moment, it's almost like he bought the hype and forgot that he had to work for it. And I think now he's just a shocking footballer. He's probably like Ipswich level at best. I was even speaking to my dad My dad used to even, my dad was even saying, he's a Liverpool supporter, and he was just saying, that chance he had yesterday with his trampoline touch, the old Rashford, those are the chances usually thrived on. First touch shouldn't be that bad, and then nobody should beat you in a sprint race, and you should just put it in easily 1v1. Can't even do that anymore, Marcus Rashford, So bar from all the other things that was missing, even when he used to stat pad here and there, now he can't even stat pad. So it's really shocking for Marcus Rashford. And I don't want to, well, this show is specifically about Rashford, but I don't want to just go in on Rashford, because just like Marcus Rashford, Harry Maguire, the Scott McTominays, this whole football club, I think bar maybe 3 players for me, Ronaldo, but actually 4, Ronaldo, De Gea, Sancho, Varane, bar those players, can't be asked. They all can't be asked, and they don't know what it means to play for Manchester United. This club is too big for them, and they all, I don't know who's around them, I don't know who's in their close circles, but they clearly not doing well for these lads. I tell you what, if I was Marcus Rashford's best friend, I'd be giving it to him on a daily. You don't have to say publicly anything, but you should be letting him know that this is not acceptable. What's going on, Rashford? Speak to the guy. This guy looks lost. For Roy Keane to even come out and not defend players like Maguire and Rashford. It is Roy Keane, to be fair, but even him not defending them, it says everything. United have broke Roy Keane. It's a sad state of affairs. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video. How could you enjoy this video? We just spoke about how abysmal Marcus Rashford is, and that's obviously not what we want to do as fans, but it's the reality that we face. So do smash a like on the video, do subscribe if you are new. I shall see you all again tomorrow for a match preview, and then obviously a press conference reaction on Friday. But yeah, take you all very soon. Have a good day. See you later.